S&P 500 is down. Nvidia is down. All tech ETFs are down. The stock market is crashing and we're all doomed. Is what the news would want you to think. But we know better. So China just announced something called DeepSeek, and this is supposed to be all these things with AI, but at a fraction of a cost. And it has the whole US stock market freaking out, specifically the tech sector, which is why I really want to make a video today, because I find not only the business side of tech interesting, but the financial part of tech very interesting. So let's talk about me specifically just for a second. I am heavily invested in the tech sector as like a stock portfolio thing. So I have tech specific ETFs. I have a growth ETF that is very heavy around tech. I also have a semiconductor ETF, which is the hardware that helps make AI become a thing. So NVIDIA, Taiwan Semiconductor, etc. And I also have a software AI company that I own called Palantir. And so whatever the hardware is, like NVIDIA is, Palantir is the software for AI. So, and right now, Palantir is the one that actually holds like almost like a monopoly on it, because there's nobody else that has a contract with Palantir to help make that software capable. But anyway, what's really interesting is everyone's kind of freaking out about it right now because the market is down. I mean, down. And my portfolio is taking a hit, but I'm not really all that worried, to be honest with you, because one, I don't own a single tech stock like that. I own ETFs, so it's a basket. Yes, I do own Apple and T-Mobile and such, but that is such a small fraction of my overall portfolio. It really doesn't actually count as part of my holding because it's such a small portion of my portfolio. So it's a basket. And even though it's US based, not all of them are. And China, coming in to be the disruptor that they are, is going to take a piece of this AI pie that's been growing for the last year and a half. And that's a good thing, because right now NVIDIA was like the tried and true known hardware for AI. And because it's such a big powerhouse now, what the competitors always try to do is try to find the weakness in this armor and chip away at all its exploits of something that makes it weak. For example, AI is expensive to run it, to build it, everything expensive. And China is now proclaiming, thou proclaimeth, it can do it at a fraction of a cost, like 20% cheaper. And that has everyone going, whoa. But that's also a good thing, because this forces innovation. So in the short term, the market is down because it's freaking out about what China is proclaiming it can do. It hasn't been proven yet. And now everyone's kind of scrambling to see what will happen on our side, specifically like NVIDIA, if you own it, because I know a lot of people actually own NVIDIA directly, and today they're not having a good day. But this is why I don't want to be involved in the short term and also longer scale. I don't want to be involved so much in single stock. I'd rather just have ETFs that kind of track the whole thing and let it rebalance. And I knew the tech sector was artificially inflated because everybody was riding the AI high last year. So I'm not that shocked. So I anticipated a correction coming, and lo and behold, it did. At least it looks like it's happening. But that's not a time to sell off if you're invested in tech. That just means there's going to be corrections along the way if you're holding long term, which I plan on doing. Now, I did say I own a single stock for a software company that controls this AI stuff called Palantir, but I own like 1% to 2% of my whole portfolio, and it's very small. It was just more me trying to see like, oh, let's see what happened with that. And I've owned that stock for quite some time now. So it's more speculative, and that's how I treat the tech sector as a whole. Like, that's extreme aggressive, hyper aggressive growth, and also hyper aggressive volatility. But that's okay, because I feel, and this is just my opinion, I feel tech, because it's in everything, that it's not really going to go away. It's not going to crash. Nothing's going to go to zero, but it's going to be shaken up from time to time. It's going to be humbled a little bit, and it's going to let you know that there's other players in the game. And out of all the ETFs that I own, the funny thing is the one that's actually doing well today out of all of them is my dividend ETF, the SCHD Charles Schwab ETF. And that's kind of how it works. I've made a video talking about that when the aggressive growth or the growth ETFs drop, value or dividend ETFs kind of go up, and I'm watching that happen. So to be honest with you, my portfolio is actually in the positive today as a whole, but my tech sector of my portfolio is very much in the red. I have a lot of red happening right now. So, I mean, it's okay. Power of the course. But if you're invested, don't freak. Just ride the wave. Ride the wave. Corrections are inevitable. Things will balance. I don't even think the correction's over, to be honest with you. It might like stabilize for a moment, but I don't think we're going to see aggressive growth again in tech as a whole until maybe mid-year and then going up. I feel like 2025, the first half of 2025 is to recalibrate everything. New president, getting our footing more with AI. Hardware is always going to be trying to innovate. The first half of the year is always kind of like, but it's going to use that time to recalibrate. And once we get our footing again in the United States, everything's just going to kind of keep going on the up and up. Long term, though. Long term. So don't freak. Okay? All right, bye.